everyone, and welcome to Anand Rathi Wealth Presents Champions of Growth, a celebration of those who have spent over a decade shaping their careers, leading with passion, and redefining success in the wealth management industry. Today, we turn the spotlight on Sonali Rawal, a true powerhouse known for her precision, discipline, and dedication. Over the last 11 years at Anand Rathi Wealth, she's been known for her impeccable time management, attention to detail, and making sure that wealth management is simple for clients, treating them like family. Now leading as head of NRI business, Sonali commands an aggregating AUM of 1,864 crore rupees, and that really is a testament to her strategic mindset and her unwavering commitment. Beyond her professional accolades, she finds greatest fulfillment in her family. And today we will be talking about what inspires her and makes her become the best version of herself, both at home and at work. Sonali, thank you so much for joining in. And what an illustrious career you've had over a decade at Anand Rathi Wealth. Tell us a little bit more about how you started your journey and how you've grown over the years.
Thank you so much, Avan, for that really generous introduction, firstly. And my journey at Anand Rathi started as an account manager. I stumbled upon wealth management as a career. I worked as an account manager to one of the greatest RMs that the company has seen, Divya Srinivasan. At that point in time, things were very different. Being an account manager, you didn't really have a lot of growth pathway, etc. You were just an operations person, but got to learn so much. And then I did go to pursue my MBA outside. And post MBA, I got married and moved to Dubai. And that is when the opportunity came in to kind of start off the Dubai office or the Dubai unit. That's again something which is happens a lot at Anand Rathi, that somebody who has left and you are getting that opportunity to come back, they are very open to having you back. So I was given that opportunity to kind of form the Dubai unit here. So the first international location that we have for the company. Started off as a regular relationship manager, trying to build business here where people didn't know the brand at all. And here we are, 10 years in, where people, Anand Rathi as a name is synonymous with when it comes to India and investments. Further on in 2024 is when I got promoted to becoming the NRI head of business. And now taking it to larger levels, fine-tuning the proposition. That's where it is. And growth just kept happening organically, just following what Rakesh Sir have said. It's been great.
I'm sure. And what an illustrious career you have built over the years. And, it just brings me to the point that the fact that you have been able to establish the presence of Anand Rathi Wealth overseas, and that really is very commendable. It's something that is no mean feat. So tell us a little bit more about what appealed to investors who were not necessarily in the Indian market and how you really managed to make that transition and why it was such a success story.
I think the biggest thing is that when people are living outside, they have a certain perception of India, because they don't live there. So they go by what is the news, what are people saying about it. And I think with the help of data, with the help of clearing those perceptions out, India is on paper the best growing country that one can have as an investment horizon. So what was keeping them away from India is some of the things that we at Anand Rathi Wealth kind of took it away, right? Whether it is service issues, access issues. We were present in Dubai as well. A lot of people were coming from India just for a month or a few weeks, talk about wealth management in India and go back. We were actually present here. So again, that gave them comfort. I think all of the perceived negatives we were able to kind of address one by one, and that's why we are a very household name when it comes to India and investments, especially in the UAE.
Wonderful. And from managing an AUM of 1800 odd crores to really your greatest fulfillment that you said, which is your family, how is it that you manage to juggle what we women love to call the work-life balance, and you've done it so seamlessly well? So what is it that at Anand Rathi Wealth has enabled you to do so?
I think the it's a great place to work for women, especially. Very early on, I think I had seen people around me who would have to either choose to excel in their career or excel as a mother or as a family in your family life. For me, both were equally important. And while the juggle and the struggle is not easy, and I'm still juggling it, I'm still struggling with it, but you kind of go with it. And I think the biggest thing is the support that we get of the organization. Um, while maternity leave existed, one of the things that I would really like to highlight is that there was a period that it was really difficult for me when I had my second child. He was getting sick a lot. And it was difficult because I care so much about my customers and not being available for them the way I would want to be. And it was that I went to the senior management and they actually gave me the option to take a break, right? And in our career, it's quite difficult to take
Yeah.
a break because clients rely on you, right? They know you. So the other bit that came in is that colleagues came up to support, and they kind of took on for the break that I took, my clients. You don't see that kind of thing other places. People want to kind of grab on to the opportunity, that, hey, if you've gone, so then now it's mine. But colleagues were literally like, hey, go, just take care of your son, be there with him, don't think about work. And then I came back, and I think for me, like, I'm actually getting goosebumps when I'm talking about this, because really it doesn't happen in other places. And this is not just with me. I know that there have been other people in the organization that have had maybe health issues related with themselves, health issues that might be in their family. And this is a culture of the company that this is not a reason for you to be let go, or a reason why you can't come back. So I think this has been a very, very big part of why I've been able to manage the juggle, the support.
Yeah, and to be able to really lean on a company like that for a woman, I can just say that it is something that we deserve, but doesn't necessarily happen. But when a company provides you that unconditional support, it only makes your journey so much easier, because look at where you are right now. You would have probably been second guessing at some point of your career, but they allowed you to grow and flourish, and that's wonderful. So tell us a little bit more, because you're really known for your efficiency and your discipline. So how is it that you have built this AUM of 1800 odd crore rupees? What is the secret sauce to your success, or maybe some learnings within Anand Rathi Wealth that have enabled this?
I think the biggest bit is that my journey started off as an account manager, and I learned the basics here. And the only way of wealth management I knew how to do is what is being told to me. I also mentioned that I'm not a finance background person. I've done my MBA in marketing. Um, so again, I relied 100% on what was being told to me by the product team. What is the proposition? And I kind of made sure that I understood what it is. And that is what has led to the success, very honestly. Nothing here or there, but just going with what is the process. So if
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, that if it's
Sure.
being told that, hey, because I have that faith and trust on the product team that all of the analysis, everything that they're doing, they're bringing it to us because they have tested it enough,
Yeah.
right? I think Feroz himself is involved in each and everything that is going on. That's also something that you don't see a lot. You might have a product team, there's a product head, and you don't see the CEO, the deputy CEO getting involved in, you know, what is actually going out there to clients. So I've followed the process to the T. That's number one. Then, as a person, I have been someone who has flourished a lot with discipline and I like routine. And
Yeah.
I think a very, very big role to play in all of this has been Divya Srinivasan, who has been my mentor. Because in like literally the first week that I joined, she told me that we're in a business of self-discipline. No one's going to ask you why you're doing what you're doing, or why you didn't come into work at this point in time, or whatever it is, but it's you who has to do that. And the more effort you will put, you will get rewards. And that's just what happened. Like, you keep doing that. Part of the assets, yes, was transferred to me as well from my mentor, Divya Srinivasan. And that is again a part or a culture of the company, that when someone moves from account management to relationship management, the relationship manager that you are with, they help you to get started, right? Um, they are there for the meetings initially to help you. So again, I learned from them. So my last 5 years has been very different from the first 5 years. First 5 years was really just absorbing, learning. And now the last 5 years, I've been trying to also give that back to youngsters as much as I can, because that's what I received.
Oh gosh, and that really is ever so critical, when you recount these kind of things, and the fact that you took all of those learnings and you managed to really grow and build on your own. So, is there one piece of advice maybe that you'd want to give women, especially who are maybe contemplating entering this industry, basis the kind of experience that you have had at Anand Rathi Wealth?
Um, I think that it's difficult to find a company like this, especially for women. I'll be very honest. That helps or allows you to grow, wants you to flourish. At the same time, think about your family. It can be little things like, and even our clients, are like that. If my child is sick and somebody actually messages, and because you form this relationship or this bond with your clients as well, that they become a part of your life. When I had my second child, clients came to visit the child. So I think those kind of things you hardly would see anywhere else. So, and I think women, we want a bit of both, right? We want that emotional connect. We want that feeling of, hey, someone cares for me at work as well. And therefore, I think for anyone who's starting off, it might be just like in investments, you have long term investments. Anand Rathi Wealth is actually a long term investment and a long haul game. You may not see initial, very quick benefits, lots of quick payoffs, okay, in the beginning. Um, but you build, and then the long run, you're definitely well off. So for a youngster or a young woman starting off, I would say that, hey, in the first few years, work really, really hard. Put in the extra oil, everything, because when it coincides with when you're probably gonna start having a family and you want a little bit of flexibility, all of that hard work that you would have put in the initial years is going to help you pay off and get that flexibility. So that's what worked in my favor. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, good to know. And, Sonali, you find so much fulfillment in your family. Your parents, of course, are widely respected. Tell us a little bit about what your biggest pride is, because I understand that's your two young children who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Tell us how you like to spend time with family.
I think many times I always contemplate and I believe about quality over quantity. I would beat myself up that I don't get to see them often enough, but the time that I have with them, I love to make it productive. I like to be a child with them. I dance with them. I play games with them. And that's what keeps me going. And I want my daughter especially to see that hey, mama is also going to work and work is important for mama because she likes it, and not just because we need to earn money or that's not
Yeah.
the prime reason. That is an added advantage, of course, it's great, but at the same time, that to be able to pursue what you want to do without feeling guilty. It's taken time. The guilt does exist many times,
Don't
but
I
it
know?
it has reduced.
Yeah.
As the children are growing up, it has reduced because we're able to explain a lot of things to them.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely does keep me going. But also for me, I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I like going to work. I like
Yeah.
interacting with people. So yeah, that's a big message that I would want for my kids, to pursue what you like to do.
Yes.
And yeah.
Happy mother, happy babies, right? And I think that you are truly an example of that. And from
Thank you.
AM to head of NRI business, what has been the most defining moment in your career? Where do you see yourself in the future?
I think if I have to really put it, the biggest thing had been for me where I felt a bit stagnated when I was doing the relationship management role alone. Not out of anything else, but I think I was hungry for a little bit more, and Feroz had been pushing me to get out of my comfort zone. Okay. But I wasn't sure if I was ready. Um, and then the defining moment for me had been when I had the courage to give a presentation of my story to Feroz, to Rakis sir, and Rathi ji. Very few people know about this, but I it was a difficult step, but I had the courage to kind of do that, to throw out some ideas to them as to what is it more that could be possibly done. And after a lot of brainstorming and back and forth, right, they heard me, and that's how the NRI unit kind of got established. It's still a baby unit. It's still very baby steps that we're doing. I think Chetan mentioned very just yesterday that it's kind of like we're just trying to mold the shape a little bit right now. So where I see it in the future is, there are two parts to my career and my journey. One is, yes, my current assets. I continue to manage that, but through that, I also keep getting a lot of referrals and a lot of client leads, which I want to be able to develop for the youngsters in Dubai. So that's something that I see that, at least if 4 or 5 youngsters' lives can be changed with my help, that will be something that I look forward to. And the other bit is the vision for the NRI division, which is to see not just, anybody, even if they're an NRI and we're thinking about India, Anand Rathi is the name that helps to do that. Just the way it is in India, a lot of people, just go with Anand Rathi. That's how I would want it to be internationally, at least in some of the major locations where we have a lot of Indians. So,
Absolutely. And, Sonali, before we let you go, just wanted to record a quick rapid fire round. Just wanted to get to know you a little bit better. So, quick questions. This is the
so
Anand Rathi edition. Don't worry. It's not going to be anything very steamy. So tell us, what do you think is, one habit that has contributed the most to your success?
waking up early.
Okay. If Anand Rathi Wealth were a person, how would you describe the personality or its personality?
Somebody who's very family oriented. That's the kind of a person. Actually, a persona comes to mind. A woman who is a mother,
I
honestly.
love it. I love it. And, any goal that you're excited to achieve next, personally and professionally?
I think personally, I'm working on a fitness journey to kind of run a marathon. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. Professionally, we've announced that we have another office coming up in the UK. So kind of seeing that grow and flourish. That's where it is on the professional side.
That sounds so exciting. But if you would have one word that you could use to describe Anand Rathi Wealth, what would that word be?
Difficult one.
Okay, give me
But
three.
I would say fun, logical, and mathematical.
Logical, mathematical, and fun. Who wouldn't want that? Sonali, your journey's really been one of leadership, of determination, and so much focus. Uh, it's really been interesting chatting with you. Thank you so much for sharing with us your journey, a true champion of growth.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Avan.